Good evening one and all, this is Jake speaking and I'm here to show you what you get, specifically what you get when you buy a Urban War Viridian Tomahawk CLAU. Now the CLAUs for Urban War are, think like tags for Infinity, a big scary robot thing which can do a hell of a lot of damage and is very expensive. I got this particular one from Wayland Games in a Black Friday sale because they seem to be getting rid of the most of their Urban War stock, unfortunately. I got it for £12. Now standard retail price for these is about £30, which is kind of expensive, but you get a big load of metal for what you get. Again, think along the lines of Infinity's tags. These are about the same size, although this is the only one I've seen, and managed to get my grubby mitts on. So without further ado, let's open it up. Firstly, these come in these, I've never liked the VHS case style for selling wargaming miniatures, especially when they've still got the bloody disc holes in them. But still, does the job, contains it. And the real meat of it, you're not going to be looking at the box much because that's not going to be on the gaming table. So you get 3 little plastic bags and of course the base. So the main body is contained within this one here. Let's get that in focus if we can. Quite nicely detailed. Well, it's not very fine detail, but it's sufficient and not overdone, and it's going to be nice and simple to paint, but there's still plenty to catch interest. There's some nice down here, if we can get that in focus, might not be able to. There's some quite nice wiring in down here. So that's the main thing. This is about as tall as a 28mm figure. I've got another Viridian, this guy's crouching, but you can see that's just the chest and that's pretty sizable. In another bag, this contains most of the limbs and the gun, so you get your 2 legs, thusly, which slot into the chest. Thusly, the pose seems to be lean back a fair bit, which you can't really tell from the pictures. Might be able to adjust that in assembly. We'll see what we shall see. Again, big, simply detailed, but it's nice. And something which I'll come on to is I haven't tidied this up at all. There's no flash, there's no pore stubs. The only thing there's a pore stub on is the gun, which is actually, fluff-wise, is a modified howitzer, so you've got quite a big chunk of flash up here. That might be a bit of a ball ache to remove, but it shouldn't be that bad. And again, the detailing, it's not soft detailing, there's a reasonable amount of it. It's in keeping with it's basically Urban War stuff scaled up, and the arms are quite nicely detailed as well. If I can get the light on them, there we are. And again, that I think that's had one bit of sprue I've really seen in this kit. Quite nice. And the other one is basically exactly the same, so I won't spend too much time on that. So that's and scale-wise, I mean the legs are about as tall as the chest, and so well proportioned. I like the design, and it's well executed, and the last bag is just full of bits. So these are shoulder pads, slot onto there. There doesn't seem to be any actual slot in place, so presumably you've got a bit of freedom of movement when you're assembling this to move arms around, move shoulder pads around, so it doesn't look as though it's getting in its own way. You've got some cables here, which you can see on the box are connected up on from these chest pieces. I'm not into the arms, that looks like. And you have some rounds for the howitzer, and you have the head, which is a nice kind of old school Cyclops design. Not sure how effective a single lens, which would be very easily broken, would be in battle, but you also have a neck guard which slots on sort of down there. So that is what you get when you buy a Urban Mammoth Tomahawk CLAU for the Viridians. I will hopefully let you know how assembly goes and how it plays on the table when I finally find someone to play Urban War with, which could take some doing. I found one guy at my local wargaming club, so hopefully a big game soon. And from me, that's all. Goodbye.